My name is Greig Hilton. I'm the Finance and Operations Director for Filmflex Movies Limited, and I'm 33 years old. Filmflex is basically a content aggregation business, and we run the video-on-demand movie service for Virgin Cable. We're a joint venture owned 50-50 between Sony and Disney, and we've been in operation now for 3.5 years. My role I kind of got the position because I previously worked at Disney and worked on the business plan for Filmflex, and when the business was going to go to launch, I was offered to move across to the business. So in effect I was the first employee through the doors for us. So my role has kind of covered everything from finance, marketing, programming, strategy. Almost immediately after I finished my exams, I moved internally within Disney into a sort of more strategic role rather than purely as an accounting, within an accounting team. It was kind of more business development, modelling, going out to new markets around Europe, finding out what's happening in those TV markets, and basically coming up with new business plans, almost a bit sort of corporate financy. So when I came across to Filmflex, it was almost like I had to sort of go back into the accounting processes again, and preparation of accounts, preparation of the stat accounts, doing the tax, the VAT, and kind of reminding myself about all of that really, because I'd already been out of that sort of position for a while by then. I kind of set myself targets, obviously, to get the exams done and out of the way as quick as possible. And then when I was at Disney, I was always looking for other roles within their business that I kind of would like to sort of earmark as once I've done this, I'd like to go and do some of that, or I'd like to then move out of where I am into another role. So there was always a sort of my own internal career path that I was looking at. And I always wanted to sort of get into more the strategy and understanding about the values of the business and where the business is going to go and directing it. So I think it's important to always have in your mind where you want to go next, or ultimately what you want to be going for. I think it's critical. I think part of it is kind of down to making my own luck, to actually have the opportunity. So sort of moving within Disney into a ventures and business development role allowed me to see and work on new opportunities that we were going to launch. Now, the Filmflex plan and getting it approved and going through all the rigmarole of getting things approved within big businesses took sort of 2 to 3 years while I was at Disney. And when it launched, because I had been working on it for 2 to 3 years, it was kind of a natural step for me to move across because there was no other staff there. So in one respect I was lucky that that opportunity was approved by Disney and Sony to go ahead and launch the business, and that I was lucky enough to be in the right place as the finance guy working on that project. So in that respect I'm probably quite lucky, but you kind of make your luck to get into that position to be able to have the opportunity to open the door for you. The skills I've learned since taking over the role are that you need to understand people almost more than actually the numbers. We're dealing with big players who you have to know how to manage them right and make sure they know you know your stuff, to give them a comfort that they'll do the next thing with you. So there's a lot of politics and a lot of people management and making sure you're saying the right thing at the right time to the right person, because otherwise they might step back from it a bit. And so there was a lot of people management skills that you have to sort of develop. I think any kind of predispositions about you that they may initially make can be quite easily removed within a first meeting, providing you know your stuff. make sure you kind of enjoy the industry you're in. You know, I don't think I would want to learn as much about the insurance industry as I do about TV and media. You have to sort of be able to know more about your industry and the markets you operate in, so that you can talk knowledgeably to people, even internally, because it will get noticed if you're keen and, you know, make people aware that you want to know more and you want to understand this piece about the market. So learn as much as you can about your industry. That allows you to then put what you're doing into a context for your business, and allows you to understand strategically a bit more about directing the business. I'd like to sort of move out of a financial role and move into a more of an MD, CEO role. I've been lucky to work with some very good guys in the industry and learn quite a lot, and I'd like to sort of at some point be able to sort of have a go at applying what I know into sort of driving a business forward.